A long time ago, there was a rabbit who wouldn't stop testing tortoise for his slowness. I am the fastest runner, and you are the slowest one, he joked. One day, the tortoise, tired of the rabbit showing off, agreed to have a running competition. You may be fast, but I am steady, he said. The next day, the tortoise and the rabbit stood at the start, ready for the race. 1, 2, 3, go! And they start running. The rabbit was a long way in front of the tortoise when he saw a few carrots. He looked back and almost couldn't see the tortoise. He shouted at the tortoise, "Take your time. I will have a snack first." When he finished eating, the rabbit looked around to see where the tortoise is. He still hadn't passed halfway. Feeling sleepy after his snack, the rabbit thought to himself, "I will have a quick nap first. When I wake up, I will quickly run past the finish line." He fell into a deep sleep and dreamed winning the competition. When the hare woke up, he jumped and looked around to see the tortoise a few steps from the finish line. The rabbit rushed towards to the finish line as fast as he could, but the tortoise is already crossing it, winning the competition. You don't always have to be the fastest to win, the tortoise told the rabbit, who cried in rage. Moral of the story: do not cut and think you are better than others. Many moons ago, in ancient Persia, there lived a bright young man named Amal. He was out one day when he had misfortune to meet a genie. Now sometimes genies can be good, but this one was in very bad temper, and he was always looking for trouble. Amal had to think quickly. He had no work position, only an egg and a lump of salt in his pocket. The genie came running up to Amal. But before he could say anything, Amal yelled at him, "Genie, you and I should have a competition to see who is the strongest." You might think this was very foolish of Amal, but he knew two things about genies. One was that it was always better to take control first. And the second was that genies were not terribly bright. They are fine at conjuring up gorgeous palaces and flying carpets, but they are a bit slow when it comes to basic common sense. Well, the genie looked at Amal and then he laughed. "Ha ha ha!" It was not a nice sound, but Amal was not daunted. "Ha! You don't look very strong," sniggered the genie. "I shall win this contest easily." And he laughed, "Ha ha ha!" again. Amal picked up a stone. "You must squeeze the stone until water comes out of it," he said, handing the genie the stone. Well, the genie squeezed and squeezed and huffed and puffed, but of course no water came out of the snow. He threw it down in temper. "No! Not possible!" he snapped. Amal bent down and picked up the stone and squeezed. And with a scrunching sound, liquid ran down Amal's finger. The genie was astonished. And so would you have been if you were there. How clever Amal had done was he had put the egg in the same hand as the stone, and it was the egg that was broken. Genies are not terribly bright, and this one was no expedition. Then Amal said, "Well, I won that one, but now perhaps you could crumble the stone into powder." And he handed the genie another stone. Well, the genie squeezed and squeezed and huffed and puffed. the stone did not crumble at all, not even the tiniest bit. The genie threw it down in temper. Amal picked it up and squeezed halfway from his fingers with a grinding sound. The genie was astonished, and so would you have been if you had been there. But you can guess what clever Amal had done. He put the salt in his hand as well as the stone. The genie was feeling that his repetition was somewhat detented by Amal's performance, so he needed to get his own back. You are clearly a great and mighty fighter, the genie said to Amal. I should like to give you a meal to celebrate your achievements. Come and stay the night with me. And he smiled. But Amal saw the smile and kept his wits about him. After a dreadful meal, they both lay down to sleep in the genie's cave. Once Amal was sure the genie was asleep, he moved to the other side of the cave, leaving his pillow in the bed to look as if he was still there asleep. Then he watched. As the first light of dawn flittered into the cave, the genie woke up. He picked up a club, crept over to where he saw Amal was asleep, and pounded the club down onto the bed. Then he stepped out of the cave to fetch some water for his morning tea. You can imagine his dismay when returning. He found Amal singing to himself as he lit the fire. Morning, Genie! I thought I would get breakfast ready, said Amal cheerfully. I hope you slept better than I did, he continued. Some wretched insect battered me in the face during the night. Well, at this, the genie gave a great shriek and whisked himself as fast as possible into an old oil lamp that lay on the floor of the cave. She wasn't seen again for hundreds of years until a young lad called Aladdin happened to find the lamp.
The end.
Yeah! Once upon a time, they lived a poor widow and her son, Jack. One day, Jack's mother told him to sell their only cow. Jack went to the market and on the way, he met the man who wanted to buy his cow. Jack asked, what will you pay me for my cow? The man answered, I will give you 5 magic beans. Jack took the beans and gave the man the cow. No, but when he reached home, Jack's mother was very angry. She threw the beans out of the window. Jack was very sad. He went to sleep that night without any dinner. The next day, when Jack woke up in the morning and looked out of the window, he saw that a huge beanstalk had grown from the magic beans, and it had grown until it reached the sky. Using the leaves and twisty bars and arms of the lamp, Jack climbed and climbed until at last he reached the sky. When he got there, he found a long road winding its way to the clouds to a tall gray castle up in the distance. Jack went to the castle and found the giant's wife in the kitchen. Jack said, could you please give me something to eat? I am so hungry. The kind wife gave him bread and some milk. Take this. While he was eating, yum 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 yum, the giant came. The giant was very big. He was very fearsome. Jack was terrified and went to hide inside. The giant was 3, 5, 4, 5. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, a bride is born to make my bread. The giant wife said, there's no one here. So the giant ate his food. Nom, 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 and went to his food. He took out sacks of gold coins, counted them, and kept them aside. So went to sleep. In the night, Jack crept out of his hiding place, took one sack of gold coins, and climbed down the beanstalk. At home, he gave the coins to his mother. His mother was very happy, and they lived well for some time. After that, Jack decided to climb the beanstalk again. Once again, Jack asked the giant's wife for food. Take this, said the giant's wife. Her wife was eating. Nom, 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 nom. The giant returned. Jack jumped in fright and went to hid under the bed. The giant cried, "Fee, fi, fo, fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, a crime is born to make my bread." The giant said, "There's no one here." The giant ate his food. Nom, 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 and went to his room. There he took out a hen. He shouted, "Lay!" And the hen laid a golden egg. When the giant fell asleep, Jack took the hen and climbed down the beanstalk. The hen laid golden egg for Jack and his mother. And Jack's mother was very happy with him. After some days, Jack once again climbed the beanstalk and went to the giant's castle. For the third time, Jack met the giant's wife and asked for some food. "Take this," said the giant's wife. Once again, the giant's wife gave him bread and some milk. But while Jack was eating, nom, 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 the giant came home. "Fee, fi, fo, fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, a blood is born to make my bread." Cried the giant. But again the wife said, "There's no one here." The giant had a magical harp that could play beautiful songs. But the giant slept. Jack took the harp and was about to leave. Suddenly the harp cried, "Help, master! A boy is stealing me!" The giant woke up. Saw Jack with the harp. And the giant was so angry he ran. He followed him. Jack was too fast for him. Jack climbed down the beanstalk. The giant followed him down, but Jack quickly ran into his house, got first and next, and began to chop the beanstalk. The giant felt the beanstalk shake, so he stopped. Then Jack gave one last big chop with the axe. Shoo! And the beanstalk began to topple over. The giant fell down and died. And the beanstalk came tumbling down too. Jack and his mother were now very rich, and they lived happily ever after. The end.